Okay, almost good. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Off Topic with Nick and Johnny. I'm Nick.
I'm Johnny.
And today we're going to be reviewing The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know why I said it like that.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I saw the movie in 3D.
I saw the movie in IMAX and 3D.
Okay.
I know, I'm fancy.
Okay. Like that nice theater? Okay.
The 68th Street Theater that we took you to for Jurassic Park.
Which was awesome.
Jurassic Park and IMAX 3D. Holy crap.
That's pretty awesome. And there were some scenes in that movie that were like, it looked like it came out today, like modern times, and it was designed for 3D.
Yep.
Like the part where the Velociraptors were jumping up.
Went through
the vents, when they were like...
That
was like a classic 3D shot, and it was never... I thought that was kind of funny. Anyway. So I saw it in 3D, you saw it in IMAX 3D.
Yes.
Really quick, what did you think of it in 3D?
I thought that it was more successful than most movies that have been put out on 3D recently.
I agree. I thought for most movies... like that I've seen in 3D, it was like Avatar, like ones where it was just like, oh no, you have to see it in 3D and stuff like that. And usually I don't watch 3D movies because I like actually get headaches and stuff. I think it's like too much, and most of the time for me it takes away from it. Like I prefer to see it in just normal. This movie I actually thought it enhanced the experience. I liked it.
Yeah, I feel like if I had watched it not in 3D and not in IMAX, it wouldn't have been worse.
I mean, it's still. I thought it was still good, yeah. But, I mean, it was cool seeing Spider-Man, like, swing around New York City in 3D. It actually is... I think it's cooler.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's actually get into the movie. Okay. I haven't even touched on the movie yet.
Yeah, let's get in the movie.
I like the movie. Do you think it was better than the first Amazing Spider-Man?
Yes. I do think it was better than the first Spider-Man.
Yeah. Here's something that I really liked about this one. That I thought, there was a little bit of this in the first one. Where Spider-Man is a very cheesy superhero, you know what I mean? In the first one, like that one scene where the guy pulls out a knife, a knife... When he pulls out a knife and he's like, oh no, knives, like that's like my biggest weakness or something like that. Like I really like that scene. I remember after I finished watching the first one, I was like, in this next one, I want that times 10. Like I really want it to be like Spider-Man, like the comics, like because that's his persona, you know what I mean? And they really, really did that on this one, and I like that a lot. Like I was genuinely laughing out loud in this movie because I also really like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I think he's a really good Spider-Man. I think he is.
I think he's a really good Spider-Man in the comedic aspect of Spider-Man. In the deeper moments of Spider-Man, I didn't...
In case you're watching this, Mr. Garfield, I'm your big fan.
I didn't think he was as strong in the emotional scenes, although I will say that he did a fantastic job in the scenes with Sally Fields, because Sally Fields is just amazing.
Also, I'm comparing him to Tobey Maguire from the first three Spider-Mans. Yeah, I really like Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I really like his chemistry with Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. And I also really like the supporting actors as far as Aunt May. And like in the first one, like Uncle Ben, and like and in this one how it goes. Slight spoiler alert. I'm sure you saw it coming. How it goes into his parents. I really like that. I don't know, like the way they handled that, I thought was awesome. I really liked that a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of moments in this movie I liked a lot. As a whole, I wasn't like in love with the movie, but there were so many small moments within the movie that kind of justified it a little more. It makes up for it. But as a package, I wasn't like in love with it. But if it weren't for those moments, you know what I mean? All those moments kind of added up.
Yeah.
To make me like kind of like it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, in terms of cinematography, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is not a big deal. In terms of special effects.
Oh, in terms of cinematography, yes, because I was about to say, yeah.
The shots are very standard. Like, there's nothing too exciting or innovative about them. But the special effects, I thought, were done really,
This is by far
well.
the best you're ever going to see Spider-Man in a movie. He looks really natural and looks pretty realistic, I thought.
And I also think that a lot of the dialogue is, in terms of the funny moments and the little clips of Spider-Man, it's done really, really well. However, the deeper moments, maybe that's the reason why I didn't like a lot of the deeper moments, was because they were also very cliche, and I didn't think that they were very well written at all, which doesn't give the actors much to work with. But special effects were off the chain. My one other complaint, because I thought that Jamie Foxx's Electro and that whole evolution and watching that whole thing was really awesome.
Yeah.
but then they have 2 more villains show up after that.
Well, this is what I was going to say. I thought they handled it well, because they could have done what they did in the third Spider-Man and the third, I forget who directed it. John who knows this. I do know it also, but like I don't remember it. But the previous Spider-Man movies, like the way they did in the third one, where they just threw all the villains at you. They don't do that in this one. That's the thing. There's 3 villains, there's 2 really, but they bring it to you once at a time. So there's never too much going on screen. Like he defeats this guy, moves on. Defeats this guy, moves on. They space it out.
But then it starts feeling at that point more of like a video game. Like for example, you're going through the levels until you get to the boss level.
But I preferred them doing it like that as opposed to just all 3 guys, Spider-Man's fighting them all, and there's so much going on screen. You don't really have time to focus on each battle with the villain. So I like the way they handled it, but
I also didn't think that they necessarily needed to handle it that way.
Well, the thing is, this is going to lead into the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
And so I guess they're just trying to introduce those villains, whichever ones are going to be in it or not, but they're just trying to get them out there, I guess, just to set it up. Mm-hmm. Which I guess, if they weren't doing the Sinister Six, this movie wouldn't have as many, but yeah, they're just trying to prep for that. Mm-hmm. Also, big spoiler alert, cover your ears, we'll tell you when to look back or something. I really liked the way they handled Gwen's death. Like the way I liked it a lot. I
thought it was really beautifully done.
Exactly. So just the whole scene, it was very well handled, I thought.
In terms of, again, the special effects coming in to play a huge part, it was really beautiful.
Yeah, I agree. It was really nice. Boom! Come back, watch the show.
End of spoiler alert. Anyways,
I liked it. I wasn't in love with it. I thought it was pretty good.
I think it did its job as an entertainment film and a popcorn blockbuster.
Becky, what do you give this film out of 10?
Okay, here's my question. Out of 10, what are we judging it as? Like the best film ever made?
Just think, out
or
of 10.
Is it like some entertainment film?
What the hell are you doing?
There's different categories of excellence.
Out of 10. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give it a number.
You're such a butt face in the throat.
Okay, out of 10, what do you give it? I think I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. And
whoa, Nicholas being a harsher critic.
But here's the thing, it's not that, it's weird. It's like I want to give it an 8 out of 10, but I feel like for all the movies that were better than Spider-Man, that need to fill up the 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, and 10 out of 10, I feel like it can't be an 8 out of 10. You know what I mean? I feel like it's out of 7. I feel like it's out of 7. Like, I feel like if I give it an 8, there's so many more movies that I like more, and
But that's why I'm asking, what kind of category?
In general, what do you give it? How much do you like it?
Okay, in that case, if it's how much I actually like it, then I'm going to be giving it a...
So, 5 out of 10, 7 out of 10. You harsh. I thought it was pretty good.
No, I mean, I thought it was pretty good, but in terms of, like, best movie I've ever seen, it's not going to be up there with Fargo or Taxi Driver.
I'll give it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Right where I'm at. I feel so comfortable at 7.
I'm going to go with 5.5 because it's a borderline 6.
5, 5, 7. That's all we got for you today.
That's all we got.
That's it for this week's episode of Off Topic.
Hit us up on Twitter at Off Topic Channel.
Oh my god. And you can catch us next week on Wednesday for our next video. That's it for us. Bye! You guys ready?
No. Make fire.
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 Yo, this show is fire. You ready? You ready?